Hey guys, Mauro here. I hope you guys have a good 2018. This is the first video of the year, and I wanted to make a short, a small capsule, just showing 4 tips for the volley, something very kind of fast, so you can just check it out, you know, not giving too much instructions. But this is pretty much the 4 things that I focus on when I'm volleying. That is gonna give you the control. It's gonna give you more placement. It's gonna help you also not only that you're gonna be hitting the volley, feeling more caressing, a little bit more with the underspin and side spin on the ball. So instead of the ball going pretty much bowling forward and just going hard, this is a kind of shot that the ball goes more kind of a little bit of side spin, so that ball doesn't bounce, pretty much stays low. And also it's going to help you a lot for those of you that struggle volleying low. Super easy. This is a couple of tips here that are going to really help you with those low volleys. It's going to make it pretty easy. You're going to notice as soon as you start working with it. And well, let's start. The first one, let's go with tip number 1. The arm doesn't change, but it has to be relaxed. Arm doesn't change, meaning that when you're volleying, a lot of players, they move towards the ball and they let the elbow move too much, or they let the wrist move here. Imagine when you're gonna volley, imagine that you start with the arm relaxed, and the elbow is gonna work a little bit, but you want to try to keep pretty much the arm in the same position that you go here. Just the elbow might work a little bit, but it's just gonna be to pretty much slice the ball or chop, and you finish in that position. Don't let the wrist work at all. That's one thing that I teach, and that's one thing that I do in my volley. Don't let the wrist work at all. The wrist, eventually you're gonna be adjusting it. You know, it's gonna help a little bit for the volleys. But just to start, if you're starting on the volley, or if you're having problems, just to start hitting the ball solid, don't use the wrist at all. Everything is in the shoulder, so that's why you don't wanna start doing too much with the elbow, or nothing with the wrist. Everything here. So you wanna feel more ball coming. You prepare, boom, and the way you go here. See, once I extend, I wanna finish in that position. See, tip of my racket pointing to the side. You can come this way. You can come that way, whichever way you wanna go, but don't try to keep the same angle here. Same on the forehand. The same way I start, the same way I finish. I don't want to use this, and I don't want to overdo it with the elbow as well. Tip number 2, caressing, don't hit. Okay, this is very important. Many players, they move towards the ball and they start more in this position, and they go and they keep the racket, the face of the racket and the grip pretty much aligned, moving like that here or in the backhand. That's when you end up doing this. Or even if you don't use the wrist, it's very easy. You're just hitting the ball, you're just slapping, so that ball is gonna go down right away. And when you volley, your volley doesn't have much, doesn't have any kind of spin that is gonna help you. So one thing that you wanna make sure is that when you make contact, you wanna feel not that you're hitting, but more you wanna feel this. Instead, look at the difference of that. When I go straight with the racket and the grip like this, see, look at that, just hitting like that. See, there is nothing changes here. The way you start is how you finish. Now look at the difference between that and this. Instead of feeling this, you want to feel more like you start the same way, showing the racket, but you want to feel more like you're gonna caress the ball. Okay, so you wanna feel more like you're coming here, and then you do that. See, and you finish more. See, closer to my body here. I don't want to start here and finish there straightforward. There are shots where you're going to do that. They're coming fast and you just pretty much blocking it, and that's good. But there are going to be many shots that the ball is not coming really that fast. You know, you want to go deep. You want to move the ball around. You want to show the racket and feel more like I'm caressing that ball. This way, I can do whatever I want with that ball. I want to go cross court. I want to go drop shot, or I want to go down the line. So you want to feel more like you turn here, hips, and you caressing more the ball. Backhand turn, you just show the racket and you go more you do more of that. It's kind of a spooning, starting with the rack, showing you the racket, and I finish with the edge in the front. See, start with the racket and right away goes with the edge, and you finish with the edge in the front as well. Tip number 3, matrix move. Yes, that's very important. Plenty, so many times I see players swinging like that, you know, balls coming at them, and they try to move out of the way, pretty much facing the court. Think more, always matrix move on every volley. Ball coming to my forehand, I turn a little bit. So when I volley, I want my chest to be pointing more or less towards the point where I make contact. Backhand, I turn well. You see it on Federer, you see in a lot of players, Anderson, they turn, and then from here it's easy for me to go doing the chop to the side instead of going forward, you know. Always rotate. Don't bring the racket back. Don't bring the racket back with your arm, because you go longer, and by the time you go longer than you want, and by the time you want to bring it forward, you're late, so you end up rushing, and that's when you end up slapping and doing that back and forth here. No, don't bring it back. Do not bring it back. Matrix, just rotate with the hips. You want to move fast, think about the hips. It's like returns of service, the same. Don't bring the racket back. Just go with the hips and go, hips and go. Same on the volley, coming here, matrix move, more coming towards my body, boom, get out of the way. So remember, hips, the hips is what's gonna give you better control, and especially more speed when you gotta create space between you and the ball. Okay guys, last one. Freeze your racket, freeze a racket, and freeze your head at the moment of contact. Ball is coming, I'm ready, boom. See, my racket ends up pointing to the side, same position, and my head is frozen too. See, freeze a racket, the head of the racket, freeze your head, boom. Then you look away. That's to make sure that you hit that ball clean, center, same on backhand, coming, boom. Then you look away. Freezing your head not only helps you hit clean, but it's gonna help you hit in balance. When we move the head is heavy enough to throw us off balance. So all you gotta do is, especially when you're on the net, guys, you just have to think. All you gotta do is just think. I'm so close to the other side that if I just make clean contact with the strings, I have a huge percentage of shots are gonna go in. Rarely you're gonna miss it, rarely. A lot of times we miss it because we're trying to do too much, like the back and forth thing. No, just react, boom, react, hips, and go, hips, and go. Okay, so keep your head still, freeze the racket at contact. And another thing, just make sure if you're feeling like you're not, a day that you're feeling you're balling and you just feel like, I'm just not getting the feeling of the volley today. Well, focus on one thing. This is your best friend, the edge of the racket. When you get in trouble with that, I just can't control that volley. Okay, think more, start with the edge in the front and finish with the edge in the front. Start with the edge in the front, slightly pointing, and finish with the edge at the point. Just focusing on that is gonna help you make better control, hit with better control, hitting cleaner. Remember, I always say, and I will repeat it, we make better contact with the ball when the racket is coming at an angle. When a racket is coming at, not coming straight, but more at an angle. That's why we do the forehand, that's why we do the backhand. On the serve, I always stay the same. Don't hit like that. You wanna feel a little bit tilted racket, same angle position here and here, guys. Low balls, keep the angle. You wanna really feel cocking that wrist, see, and get it, and you go more to the side of the spoon. Get that racket edge on the front. See, ball, it coming here, and I try to keep the head of the racket and the grip aligned down there. Aligned, the same, pointing to the side, pointing to the side. That's what's gonna help you. And you don't go forward. You wanna feel more like, again, it's kind of more in from the outside. You wanna feel more this and this. All right? Well, guys, I hope it helps. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys the best this 2018. Excited to see the Australian Open started just last night. And well, you know, just go out there, stay centered, be bold, and be perseverant.